some housekeeping rules on how to work on Visual Studio. The first thing that we have to know, of course, is how to hide or unhide, which means to pin or unpin your Visual Studio app. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Visual Studio. From there, I will close it, and then I'll try to show you how to pin it or unpin it. You can see Visual Studio here. Now it is pinned. I can unpin it by right-clicking on the mouse, and it is gone. There is no more Visual Studio here. Now let's bring it back. How do we bring it back? That's what we call to pin. We go to search and we try to type Visual Studio. I am using Visual Studio 2017, and then you can see it here. Then I will right click on it, and where do I see? Pin to taskbar or pin to start. I'm going to choose pin to taskbar, and you can see, voila, it has been pinned to the taskbar. While it's there, I'm going to open it, Visual Studio, such that we can create our C# Windows Form application. Let me go back there. It has been opened. How do you create an application? You go to File, you go to New. From there you go to Project. After Project, it will ask you which type of project you want, and you say Windows Form App. From there you have to choose the place where you want to put your app. You go to Browse. In Browse, you will look for, I will decide to put it on the desktop. So let me go to my desktop and just choose a place where I can put it. And also I have to choose a name for my app. For now, what name do I want to give to my app? I want to call my app Inheritance. So I have to create a folder called Inheritance. Where is it? To create a folder is new folder. Then I can now call Inherit in CS, like Inheritance in C#. From there I'll double click. Now Inheritance has been created. Is a folder. Inside there I want to create other folders such that they will be saved at the right place. I can call it PhD because the example that we do will be on PhD student. So I call it PhD IN, like PhD Inheritance, like Simple Inheritance. I call it SN, simple name. And then I can double click to say I've chosen it. It has been chosen. From there I go to select folder, and you can see it here. It is written. Now let's change the name of the app itself. I'll just call it PhD Inheritance, simple name, SN, and then voila, it has been creating. After creating it, you will see a form. Now you'll just see some green. Yes, the form is there. It means the application has been created. Very well. We were trying to give you an example, and we were saying we code this example to explain to you the principles of inheritance. How do you inherit the names in 3 ways: the simple way, the virtual way, and the abstract way. What does it mean, the simple way? The simple way means you inherit the names of your father, but the way your father was dealing with those names is different from the way you are dealing with those names. So we are saying the father and the child have different profiles. That's what we call the simple case. The virtual case means the father and the children have the same profile, but the father will start doing certain part of the work and the child will carry on finalizing the job. That is not exactly what is happening in the abstract case. In the abstract case, the father will not even do any work, but the child will carry on the burden of all the work. Good. Let's go quickly to the example. Read it. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of time to read it. It's the example on two types of people. One person is a student and another person is a PhD examiner. Now, for each of these two types of person, we need to know the name, the surname, the student, no, not the student number, the ID number and the birth date. Every person has those four type of information. But for a student, when you are a student, you also have a student number. And it happens that you have marks. In this case, you'll have two marks, the mark of the internal examiner and the mark of the external examiner. Now, if when you're a PhD examiner, you are paid. So, in that case, we want to know how many hours did you work and what is your salary per hour so that we can calculate your salary, the total salary. Now we want a program that can calculate the salary of the examiner and at the same time that program should calculate the final mark. I'm sure you got the time to read the story as it's shown to you on the screen. We will have a short break so that later on we can go to Visual Studio and code it.